In this report, we delve into the tragic case of 18-year-old Savanah Soto and her 22-year-old boyfriend, Matthew Guerra, whose lives were abruptly cut short. On December 26th, they were found deceased in a vehicle near an apartment complex in San Antonio, marking a sorrowful end, especially as Savannah was pregnant, and their unborn child did not survive. The mystery began to unfold on December 22, 2023. Savannah, on the cusp of motherhood, was due for a labor induction the following day. Concerns escalated when she failed to attend her scheduled appointment at Stone Oak Methodist Hospital, leading her family to report her missing. This story seeks to uncover the circumstances surrounding the disappearance and tragic fate of the young expectant mother and her boyfriend. Welcome to Crime Buzz on the True Crime Tracker channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more compelling stories. Our narrative unfolds in San Antonio, Texas, a city celebrated for its tranquility and community spirit. As the seventh largest city in the United States, it's home to around 1.4 million people. Famous for landmarks like the Alamo, the picturesque Riverwalk, and its vibrant market square, San Antonio epitomizes an ideal setting for families to thrive. However, the city's serene facade was shattered on December 22, 2022. On this day, San Antonio experienced a grim and unexpected twist, altering its peaceful rhythm in a way no one could have anticipated. At just 18 years old, Savanah Nicole Soto was radiating joy and anticipation as she awaited the arrival of her first child. In the final stages of her pregnancy, she was not only preparing to become a mother, but also to welcome her baby, whom she had already named Fabian, into a lovingly prepared home. Family members shared with the media that Savannah's excitement about motherhood was palpable. Her mother, Gloria Cordova, expressed to reporters how Savannah's home had been transformed in anticipation of the new arrival. Her excitement was infectious, Gloria said. Everything was set for Fabian. Savannah was truly ready to embrace the joys of motherhood. At the time Savannah went missing, she was living with her 22-year-old boyfriend, Matthew Guerra. Their relationship, while marked by its share of challenges, was a close one, with their families often describing the pair as inseparable. The last confirmed sighting of Savanah and Matthew was on December 22, 2023, at their apartment in Leon Valley, as recounted by Savannah's mother, Gloria Cordova. Concerns escalated the following day when Savannah didn't appear for her scheduled induction at the hospital. Recalling the events, Gloria shared she repeatedly knocked at their apartment, but there was no response. When she reached the hospital and found out she hadn't arrived there either, she realized something was terribly wrong. On the following Monday morning, the Texas Department of Transportation issued a clear alert for Savannah, indicating that she might be at risk. In a series of emotional Facebook posts, Savannah's sister-in-law expressed concerns about Matthew's behavior, labeling it as abusive. She went on to say that Savannah shouldn't become a statistic of what can happen in an abusive relationship, and that her story doesn't end here. She talked about how Savannah's baby should mark a new beginning, a moment for her to prioritize hers and her son's safety. She pleaded with Savannah to please come home and find her way back.
It's a Merry Christmas, but it's not too merry for us right now.
Emotions are raw as several look in the direction of Savanah Soto's apartment. Everyone here, including her grandmother Rachel, hoping for any clue on her location.
We're entitled to know something about her. We love her, we miss her, whatever's going on. Let her come home so we can have a Merry Christmas with her.
When Savannah and Matthew went missing, it was known that Matthew was under probation. This was due to a prior incident where he had been charged with assaulting Savannah on Christmas Day of 2022. Savannah's brother expressed deep concerns about her relationship with Matthew. These concerns were rooted in a serious incident that occurred on Christmas Day in 2022 when Matthew was arrested for physically assaulting Savannah. The severity of the assault was captured on a doorbell camera, which recorded Matthew violently confronting Savannah, using derogatory language, and striking her multiple times in the face with his fist. According to court records, Matthew entered a no-contest plea to the charge of causing bodily injury to a domestic partner and was subsequently placed under probation. Savannah's brother, speaking to the media, described the relationship as abusive and shared the family's disapproval. He said they tried to make her see that it wasn't right for her. But at that age, it was hard. Their love seemed to override everything else. Despite their efforts, the couple remained together. Further complicating matters, Matthew was arrested again on December 29, 2022. This arrest was due to him making in-person contact with Savannah, an action that directly contravened the terms of his bail related to the assault charge. In June of 2023, the court handling Matthew's case for family violence issued a probation order. The judge allowed Matthew to maintain contact with Savannah, provided that it was not harmful or injurious, as stated in the court documents. Additionally, a condition of his probation was a prohibition on firearm ownership. Originally, Matthew's probation was scheduled to conclude in June 2024. However, due to his involvement in subsequent incidents, including unlawful weapon possession, evading arrest while driving, and reckless driving, the court extended his probation period to February 2025. This decision was reflected in the court records. Moreover, at 22 years old, Matthew faced further consequences for not adhering to the requirements of the Battering Intervention and Prevention Program, which he had been mandated to complete as part of his sentencing. The narrative from Matthew's family presents a contrasting perspective. His mother, Karen Hernandez, expressed her views in a now-deleted Facebook post, asserting she understood her son well and didn't believe he would ever harm Savannah. Following the announcement of her son's passing, Karen shared her emotions publicly on Facebook. "I was always a good mommy to my baby. Now I am heartbroken, and no one will take the love I carry in my heart and soul for my pride and joy," she wrote, conveying her grief and disbelief. On the 26th of December, a day following Christmas, investigators made a grim discovery in a parking lot of an apartment complex on Danny K Drive in San Antonio. There, they found the missing silver Kia Optima belonging to the couple. Inside the vehicle, the bodies of 18-year-old Savanah Nicole Soto and her 22-year-old boyfriend, Matthew Guerra, were found. A tragic detail emerged. Matthew had suffered a gunshot wound to the head, with evidence suggesting the gun was pressed against his head when fired, as stated by Chief McManus. Savannah also had been shot at close range. According to the police chief, it appeared that the couple had been deceased in the car for several days.
God Almighty.
A prayer
The Lord is close to the brokenhearted.
to find peace
We just got to keep her in our hearts.
and a promise to never forget.
She loved everybody. She loved to live life.
The family of 18-year-old Savanah Soto and her unborn child say devastation is an understatement after both of their deaths.
It will never be the same again.
In the days following the discovery of Savannah and Matthew, a significant lead arose. The San Antonio police released surveillance footage to the public, showing two individuals of interest. This footage captured an interaction between a pickup truck and the victim's vehicle near the location where the bodies were found, potentially offering a new direction in the investigation. In the surveillance footage, one individual was seen driving Matthew Guerra's Kia Optima, pulling alongside a dark pickup truck operated by another suspect. A notable action was captured. The driver of the truck used a white towel to clean the door of the Optima before both vehicles departed the scene. It's believed by the police that Savannah and Matthew were deceased and inside the Kia at the time this footage was recorded. A crucial piece of evidence, Savannah's cell phone, was also recovered at the scene. The police's tech team managed to extract some data from the device. With assistance from federal investigators, this information led to significant breakthroughs. It helped pinpoint the likely location of the pickup truck and subsequently guided the authorities to the homes of the two suspects. Upon their arrival, the police were greeted by 53-year-old Ramon Preciado. Aware of the reason for their visit, he cooperated fully with the investigation. His son, 19-year-old Christopher Preciado, emerged as the primary suspect. He was arrested and charged with the murder of the young couple, having purportedly confessed to the act inside Matthew Guerra's car. However, he claimed self-defense, as noted in police records. Ramon Preciado was also taken into custody, accused of assisting in moving the bodies of Savannah and Matthew, along with their unborn child, after their demise.
And so that information was given to our detectives today. With that information, the detectives were able to find a possible location of where the suspect vehicle that was released on that surveillance camera, the surveillance video, possible location where that suspect vehicle might be. They made that location, and sure enough, the vehicle was there. They did a little bit of surveillance on the video, or on the vehicle, and then were able to determine which house it belonged to. They went up, knocked on the door. The first gentleman, the first individual, the father answered the door. He knew why the police were there. Was cooperated fully with the investigation. We're right here to headquarters, and our detectives were able to start interviewing both the son and the father. Again, they were both at the home. They were both brought down here, and the interrogations began. Through interrogating the individuals, our detectives had enough. Based on what they said, there was enough information there to get a warrant signed by a judge tonight. Again, to charge Christopher with capital murder and Ramon with abuse of a corpse. Again, there will be more charges pending.
Christopher reportedly told the police that the couple had come to his residence to sell marijuana, during which Matthew allegedly brandished a weapon. Christopher claimed that in a struggle for the gun, he ended up shooting both Matthew and his pregnant partner. However, this account was contradicted by the nature of the gunshot wounds suffered by Matthew and Savannah, as per police statements. It's alleged that Ramon then aided in transporting the bodies to a parking lot at a nearby apartment complex in San Antonio. Investigators in San Antonio have come to believe that drug-related activities may have been a significant factor in the tragic murders. Following the discovery of the bodies, Matthew Guerra's family informed the police that he was involved in the drug trade, often sharing images of drugs and money on social media platforms. According to the affidavit, there was a belief that some individuals intended to rob Matthew, and it was noted that he had previously been targeted in shootings. In the midst of his arrest, Ramon Preciado vocally rejected the theory that the killings were the result of a drug deal gone awry. As he was being placed into the police vehicle, he responded to reporters' questions about remorse with a clear denial of the suggested motive.
Are you sorry for what happened? Did you know Savannah was not? Did you know she was pregnant?
Oh, always fake news, huh?
Make that car right there.
This is your final chance to say something about your side.
Christopher Preciado faces charges of capital murder, as announced by the police. His father, meanwhile, is charged with abuse of a corpse, with additional charges under consideration. Joe Gonzalez, the district attorney for Bexar County, indicated that further charges might be brought against Christopher, particularly in relation to the death of Savannah's unborn child, Fabian. In Texas, the law recognizes an unborn child as a person, which could lead to an additional capital murder charge for Christopher concerning Fabian's death. The district attorney's office is awaiting the complete investigation report before finalizing and proceeding with any additional charges. Currently, Christopher is being held on a $1 million bond, as per Bexar County court records. His father's bond has been set at $100,000, with a court hearing scheduled for February 6th. As of now, no hearing date has been set for Christopher Preciado. While the arrests have provided some solace to Savannah's family, their grief remains profound. Savannah's brother expressed this sentiment to the media, saying, "The arrest doesn't change the fact that his sister is gone. It doesn't ease the deep pain they're all experiencing."
I came across Fabian's glove, and it brought back talks me and Matt had about the different sports he was going to be in. So, this one hurts.
Thursday, Gabriel Guerra visited his son's apartment where a nursery was set up for baby Fabian. Hung up on the walls by the crib were these ultrasound photos.
I wish I could have seen him in the father stage of his life.
Instead, both families are finalizing funeral plans.
Nothing's gonna, fix the heartaches that we're having to deal with.
On January 10th, 2024, a major break in the case came when a third arrest was made.
We begin with breaking news now at 4. San Antonio police make a third arrest in connection to the capital murder case of Savanah Soto and Matthew Guerra. 19-year-old Christopher Preciado has been charged with capital murder, and his father, Ramon Preciado, also charged on abuse of a corpse. Then today, Murder Romanos was taken into custody, accused of helping move the bodies of the couple to the location where they were later found off Danny K Drive. KENS 5's Vanessa Croy has more on the arrest of the stepmother. Vanessa.
Well, Deborah, according to an arrest warrant, officers discovered the murder weapon that Romanos allegedly hid behind a locked door in her bedroom. And shell casings from the victim's car later matched that gun, and Romanos admitted to police that it was hers. But it was a new piece of critical evidence that eventually cracked the case, leading them to believe a third person was involved, and the arrest today of Mirta Romanos. Now, let's all started on December 23rd when Savanah Soto didn't show up at the hospital where she was scheduled to be induced and deliver her baby. 3 days later, Matthew Guerra's car was discovered parked in an apartment complex near the medical center. Inside, officers found the bodies of Soto and Guerra. Both had been shot and killed. Investigators reviewed surveillance video that revealed key evidence to the case. In the video, Guerra's car is seen pulling up to the complex along with a Chevy truck. A man police say is Ramon Preciado got out of the truck, and Ramon appears to be talking to the driver of the victim's car, who police believe was Christopher Preciado. Then that video appears to show another person inside the truck toss a towel to Ramon as he then tried to wipe fingerprint evidence off the victim's car. And now, according to police, new surveillance video led to the arrest of Mirta Romanos.
That video surveillance shows her at the home right after the murders, and she was seen on video surveillance leaving in that black truck that we all saw on the surveillance video, and then returning to her home with Christopher and Ramon in that truck.
And police tell us they do not believe anyone else is involved. Tonight, Romanos is facing 3 charges, including abuse of a corpse and tampering with evidence. For now, reporting live downtown at police headquarters, Vanessa Croy, KENS 5.
We extend our heartfelt sympathies to the friends and family of Savanah and Matthew. In this time of unimaginable loss, we hope they find some measure of comfort and peace. Thank you for tuning in. We look forward to sharing more stories with you in our next video.